Hello and welcome back to Top Notch. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications to know when we post more informative videos. Some of the most important things in our lives are our dogs. We love them with all of our hearts and take care of them a lot. But how much would you be willing to pay to get your dog? We spend a lot of money every day on our dogs and do everything for them. Even though some breeders may charge more than animal shelters, we love your sweet puppy, no matter where it comes from. Americans spend an average of $1,675 on their dogs each year, and purebred dogs cost 5 times as much as the mutes or mixed breeds. Even though that seems like a lot, there are more expensive dog breeds than pure breeds. Here are the top 10 most expensive dog breeds to own. Number 10. The Afghan Hound, $7,000. The Afghan Hound comes from the mountains of Afghanistan. Its long, flowing coat and curly tail makes it one of the most beautiful dogs. They even need to have their own long, silky fur brushed every day because it gets tangled very easily. The hounds usually live between 10 to 14 years, and if they get sick, it could cost you more money. They are more likely to get cataract and hypothyroidism, which can cost up to $3,000 to treat, making this puppy even more expensive. Number 9. Pharaoh Hound, $7,500. The Maltese word for Pharaoh Hound is rabbit dog, and it is usually used to hunt rabbits on the Maltese island. Most of these dogs weigh between 45 to 55 pounds and are very athletic. The average lifespan of this breed is 11 to 14 years, but it is very sensitive to stress. Stress can cause serious problems with digestion and nerves that can cost more than $1,500 to fix. The good thing about them is that they are loyal dogs that are easy to train for families and larger groups. Number 8. Dogo Argentino, $8,000. Dogo Argentino were originally bred to hunt big game. Because they are so strong, they are one of the most expensive dogs in the world. The Dogo's strong body lets it hunt wild pigs, mostly in South America and Asia. The Dogo Argentino was first bred in 1928. It is mostly descended extinct Cordoba fighting dog and the Great Dane. Because of how they look, it is against the law in the UK, Colorado, and New York City to own them. Their average lifespan is 12 to 14 years, but they can get a hip dysplasia and go deaf, which can cost up to $1,600 in vet bills. But if you don't work out every day, health problems and vet bills can go worse. Number 7. Canadian Eskimo Dog, $8,750. The Canadian Eskimo Dog is one of the rarest breeds in the world. In 2018, there were only about 300 of them left. They came to North America from Siberia more than 1,000 years ago. Since the 1960s, their numbers have been going down. The numbers went down mostly because of the snowmobile and the killing of dogs by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police from 1950 to 1970. Up to 20,000 Canadian Eskimo dogs were killed by the police because they didn't like how the dogs lived, and the breed has never recovered. The breed is now prone to gastric torsion, entroposion, which is when the eyelid folds over itself, heat tolerance, and arthritis. People also say that Canadian Eskimo dogs are very territorial and often overreact to small things, which is why they aren't the best choice for families with kids. And at number 6, we have the world famous Rottweiler, $9,000. Some people might be surprised by this one, since Rottweilers are the most common dog breeds on the list. Even though they don't cost a lot to buy, usually at around $1,500, they cost a lot in vet bills because they get sick. The breed is very prone to almost every disease or cancer that can happen to dogs, especially hip and joint problems. This is why they have the most pet insurance claims of any breed. Rottweiler owners can expect to pay more than $3,000 a year for dog insurance and even more if they need to make a claim. Also, they only live 8 to 10 years, which is much less than other dog breeds. But they are thought to be great family pets because they are loyal and do what their owners say. Number 5. Azawak, $9,500. The Azawak is one of the most expensive breeds in 2019. They came from West Africa and were mostly used as hunting dogs. They are related to hounds from the Middle East and South India, but in their own way. The breed is rare in North America, but it is becoming more popular now that the AKC has recognized it. As hunting dogs, Azawaks heal quickly from injuries and don't have many genetic diseases. The only ones they do have epilepsy and wobbler disease. Azawak usually lives between 12 to 15 years, and if it eats high-quality dog food and goes daily for walks to run, they only work out when their owner is around. So they'll keep you fit too. And at number 4 we have Tibetan Mastiff, $10,000. This huge doggo comes from Tibet, where it protected sheep from wolves, leopards, and bears. Now it lives in the United States. The adult male mastiff can weigh more than 150 pounds and fight off some of the most dangerous animals. At first, they were used as guardians and protectors, but their owners found it too expensive to keep them, so they slowly started to disappear. The breed is very alert and will protect your family at any time. Tibetan Mastiffs are usually healthy, but they can get hip dysplasia, hypothyroidism, and eye problems that can run in the family. Do not be afraid to test them often. Number 3. Chow Chow, $11,000. The Chow Chow is one of the oldest and rarest dog breeds in the world. It comes from northern China. The dog is expensive to buy, but that's not all what it costs to own a Chow Chow. You'll spend money on their food, treats, vet bills, grooming, and health problems, which can add up to $11,000 over the course of life. They need to get a good amount of exercise every day, like 4 or more walks. The breed is also naturally very stubborn, which can make it harder to train and could hurt your relationship with your dog. Eyelid entropion, hip and elbow dysplasia, allergies, and thyroid functions are main health problems that Chow Chows face. The average lifespan is 8 to 12 years, but with good care, it can be longer. At number 2 we have Lochin, $12,000. The Lochin, which comes from France, is also called the Little Lion Dog, has been popular for more than 500 years. In 1973, when there were only 65 left, it was the rarest dog in the world. Now only 300 dogs are registered each year around the world. Lochin is also one of the friendliest dogs in the world. They are very active, playful, which makes them great fit for families and kids. Also, they need constant attention from people. They get sad when they're left alone for long periods. Even though it's not the most expensive dog in the world, these little dogs are surprisingly healthy, so you don't go in debt paying for their health problems. The problem is the cost of the puppy itself. Lochin also gives you a lot of value for your money because they live for up to 13 to 15 years. Finally, at number 1 we have Samoyed, $14,000. The Samoyed, which comes from Siberia, is the most expensive dog in the world. The rare breed is known for being friendly, loving, and eager to please, and their smiling faces make them easy to spot. The most expensive dog in the world has strong instinct to run away and wander for miles. So they should always be on the leash. They are also smart, social, mischievous, and always want attention, which makes them great for families with kids. Even though dogs are rare, they have highest vet bills of any dog. They often have expensive health problems like corneal dystrophy, autoimmune disease, heart problems, which can add up to $5,000. That's all for today. If you like this video, kindly subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and press the like button.